Hi folks, and welcome to another edition of My Veg Garden. Today is Sunday the 31st of May. First thing in the morning. Did most of my jobs yesterday on Saturday, but just never got time to do a video. So this is what I've been up to round the garden over the last sort of 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks since the last video. Manic at work, but this is just a little update. So follow me and I'll show you what I've been up to. So we're inside the shed at the moment in the grow cabinet. There's only a few things there just to get them started. I think, I don't know if I said that I'm sure I said 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that one of my courgettes was really struggling. Well, the second one sort of just died, so I've had to try again. So I did try and grow them inside some compost, but they're just not germinating at all. What I'm trying is I'm trying to put them in like a sort of pre-chitting sort of. You can see they've got 3 just sat in there in some water with some kitchen roll in the grow cabinet. I've got my marigolds. The idea will be to sort of get these planted a bit deeper into some other pots soon. Leave them for another few days, I think. So that's actually all. It's purely just to keep the little things going, because they see, it's like today, this morning, really damp. Yesterday was nice, you know, the sun came out. I think I got some. The wife said last night it looks as if you got some sun on your head, but it wasn't that. Didn't feel that warm. But nighttime temperature last night was about 10, but tonight it's due to go down as low as 5. And this is your problem, you know, when you put things inside the greenhouse. I think that's what happened to my peas in the first lot of when I tried to do my peas. They just didn't take. They started rotting because I think they got down too cold at night time. So it's really difficult. Right, so that's all that's really happening inside the greenhouse. What I'll do is I'll take you out and let you have a look at what I've been up to. Because as we go out, the first thing you'll notice is there's a whole load of my protection frames come down. I think what's happening is that on some of them they just get too much. So if you look over here, these are my onions. They've all flopped over a lot of times. So as soon as it's in the protection frame, I don't know if I leave them in too much and they just go sky high or what. But no, I'm just leaving. You can probably see that they're down here. Oh, sorry. Right one, is that the right one? Yeah, sorry. Is this beginning? It looks as if it's they're beginning to thicken up. So we'll leave them there. They seem to be doing okay. Some really thick stems on some of them, so we'll leave them there. So that's the brown onions there. I've started the wrong way around because I normally start here. So this is still got the protection frame because the leaves and all that aren't big enough yet to have the need for them to come off. These are the parsnips, as you can see. It's always difficult when parsnips, I think, when they first sprout, because the first 2 leaves, in essence the seed leaves, look very similar to weeds and things like that. You've got to wait till the true leaves arrive, you know, because they're the end sort of like ferny looking. So they're doing okay. I'm pleased with them. Just leave them there. This is the bed with the carrots in it. Looks as if there's the odd weed in there, or maybe looking at it, might be a weed, might be some other vegetable. Need to get them out. Rhubarb still doing okay there. I've taken the frame off this. This is the Swede, so taking it off just to let them get a bit more light. It doesn't need the protection now. So up here, continue, and this is the garlic. As you can see, seems to be doing pretty okay. You know, we've got the peas in the background as well. Yeah, they are now clinging properly by the looks of it onto the chicken wire. So, and they've really shot up in the last week or so. So they're doing okay. Going to miss out my long carrots because I'll leave that to near the end. So down here, yesterday I planted the monks 2 in there, as you can see. So I planted them in there. Got a really good germination rate off them. So pleased with that. This is my beetroot. Really pleased with that. We've really got a good crop this year from this. Really just surprised. Oh, I've just noticed a mulch too has escaped. Look, let's just make a little bit. Oh, there's one about to come out. Let's just make a little hole and plonk them in. Sorry, there we go. Right, sorry about that. I've got a wet arm because I went against the large carrot butt. So, as you can see here, the potatoes, what are they? 3 foot high or something like that at the moment. Really pleased with them. Said about the courgettes, this one here, as you can see, it looks like we're getting the first sort of, I think that's male flower appearing down the bottom there, if you can see, sorry. I think I've done, let me put it in the other hand. Sorry about that, folks. I'd actually the camera the wrong way around, so it was really difficult to hold without catching the buttons. There you go, that's probably better now. So let me just lift these so you can see the first male flower just about to open. And we've got them at the top. So please, as you saw earlier, I've got them in the grow cabinet, trying to get the next lot so I can actually put it in there. In here, all that's in here at the moment is, this will have leeks in it as well, but these are the spring onion modules. So a pile of them together in modules, so they're okay. Right. These are my red onions here. Pleased with them at the moment, just leave them to what will be going in this bit here will be the shallots. Not quite ready yet. I had to transplant some of them because they were either hadn't settled down properly inside the module and I'll show you that in a bit. So I want to show you, let me turn my camera around. See, look at me, the birds. A nice collared dove there. I always think collared doves look far better than wood pigeons. They just look so sweet and so clean looking. So all the birds are about this morning. I always try to get a big bag of wild bird seed, so I keep on trying to feed them. The cat doesn't bother. Cats, you've seen the cat. The cat's as stupid as anything, so it can be sat lying in the garden and the birds will appear and it won't bother to get up. So that's good for the cat and good for the birds. Right, and you'll see my lettuce has been decimated. Now you look at that and you think, oh my word, you must have mega slugs. No, that wasn't a mega slug, that was a mega rabbit. The rabbit, one of the ones, is really quite friendly, so quite often when trying to clean its hutch out, we let her out. Well, she decided that lettuce looked lovely and chomped away on it. So I'm just going to leave it because look in there, the centre of that one there. I've got another lot growing anyway, they're inside the greenhouse, so I'm just going to leave them at the moment and see what happens. So, right, so that's that. Let's come around here. You saw my my brown onions. This is the pot I did earlier of the carrots. Really slow. Probably should have kept them inside the greenhouse in reality, but hey, that's them there. I don't know what my blueberry's doing, or whether I'm going to get any blueberries at all off it. This will be about the second or the third year trying. If I don't this time, then I think it'll be goodbye blueberries, because I can use the pot for other things. You know, I'm quite sure I can get something in there that I'd probably more likely use. So we'll give it one last try. You know, as I say, if it doesn't work this time, I think it's a goodbye. You can see the strawberries out there, those ones there in the pots, starting to fruit. That's my lonesome Brussels sprout. I don't think it's really doing very much. These are my Brussels sprout and broccoli and my cabbage. I've left them outside just to get them, because I think they got scorched in the greenhouse. This is just to let them grow. Probably, hopefully, end of next month I'll get them planted in this bed here, where you see everything here. That'll be going in here. Right, I'll take you inside greenhouse. Right. You can see tomatoes. It's not that warm this morning. You come in here and it's generally lovely and warm, but it's not. Rain's about to arrive. So this is my tomatoes, as you can see. You can see we've already got, oh, You see, as you can see, if we can focus on that, but no, it's not. It's trying to. Problem is sometimes it will focus on stuff at the background. That's a little bit better. So we've got 1 truss, 2 trusses, 3 and 4. It'd be interesting to know why, if anyone knows why. The whole thing just wants to try and lean. It keeps on the whole stem, just keeps going, wanting to go like that. You'll see it more radical on the other one that I'll show you in a second. But so, as I say, I've got several trusses, got that one there, 2, 3rd one and a 4th one appearing. Pleased with that. You know, same with the one down here, it's starting, flowers are dropping off. And I've fed them as well, because it said as soon as the first fruit arrives on that truss sets, then you should start feeding it. So we've got saying 1 truss, 2 trusses, 3, and the 4th one just starting. There. This is what I was saying about how, look at this one. It is going in all sort of directions. I've been just trying to tether it to try and stop it. Just bear with me a second, folks. Just to try and stop it. So I've got by giving it, trying close to it to try and get it to go northbound, if you want to call it that. So this one, how's this one doing? No trusses down the bottom. Got 1 truss there, 2, 3, and then the one down here, not quite. It started to go in this area here. It started to do the same thing. So I've just tethered it. We've got 1 truss, 2 trusses, 3 trusses, and 4. So we're doing pretty well. You'll probably remember these pots were where I had the cucumbers that died, and that's what happened. So they've just taken them off. I've taken them off specifically to let them just dry out, because I know that the comments from people, which I'm really grateful for, made reference to that they do not like getting their stem touched with water, too wet. So that's what I've done. I did them like that. So I've taken them out and let them dry out a bit. Show you what's happening. This is another tray of lettuce for the ones that got eaten by the rabbit. These were just left these in here. These were spare cucumbers and that. So as you can see, there's actually, when you compare them, there's actually not massive. They're a little bit ahead, but not that much more ahead than the ones I've planted in those pots. So I think we'll just leave them out there, the pots outside, and see how they go. Right, I bought more cucumber. These sprouted really quickly. In about 3-4 days they sprouted. So I'm just leaving them there. Then I'll pick the 2 best ones, and then I'll see if it'll work. If it'll work once anything. These are 3 pots of basil, as you can see. There, and we're just sprouting. I've tried this method now with some stuff, is to just put vermiculite on the top, and I seem to get better results that way. I don't know what, because I found doing some of the compost stuff is just, I've just not been, I don't know if it's rubbish compost this year, but some of them I'm just not getting the results I would normally expect. So that's that. This one here is my lad's sunflower plant. It was part of school because he's learning at school. He's 8, this Gregor, and he's in what they call year 3. Yeah, he's about to go into year 4. Yeah, year 3. So he's 8 at the moment, and they're learning about food and how it gets from farm to shop and to plate. So apparently they're having a visit to Tesco when they go back on Wednesday. He's back on Tuesday because they've got another day off on Monday. But he'll be there on Wednesday. They're going for a visit to Tesco. I presume that's to learn about how all this food arrives at the store and how they deal with this food. So this is part of his schoolwork. So I think he's done pretty well. That started off not quite small, and we're going to plant it into another pot soon. So pleased with that. Let's pump that. I'll leave it off. Sorry, I'll leave it off so I can show you. So these are the shallots, and as I say, I had to plant them, replant them. So I can't. They won't be that long until they're ready to go in. What I'm trying to do is leave them so the roots get more bound, because of the transplanting of some of them, the roots haven't bound up at the bottom yet. So when I pull it out, the chances are that the whole plug won't come out. It will just be the shallot, but whereas I want the whole plug of compost as well with roots. Sorry, not even pointing in the right direction. So that's what we're doing there, and there's another lot there. So what's that? 24 in each, so that'll be 48 shallots. So that's that. The leeks there, they're still coming on, they're really slow. Look at that. Ideally they're meant to be pencil thickness, I don't know. Well, I really, I'm going on holiday middle of July, so everything needs to be in time for me going away, well away on holiday, so that they can be, I don't have to worry about it when I'm away. The irrigation system will take care of it. So that's that. The last thing inside is my sweet peppers. These are trimmed along nicely. I think I'm happy with them. They're just there. Nothing there. So they're in the compost bag, the grow bag with water at the bottom. You know, hopefully if the weather picks up, then I can get the irrigation system started. So because I'm just manually watering the plants and feeding them. So that's that. So the only other bit is the strawberries. So as you can see, coming along nicely here. So I just want to show you down the side. Down here, you can see. Look at that. Lovely crop. One's beginning to turn. I don't know if you can just see it there. So really good crop of strawberries at the moment. Some of them are a lot further on than others. Right, I think that's, oh yeah, nearly forgot. Long carrots, here we go. So long carrots are progressing. What I can safely say is they certainly like compost better than vermiculite. Because, let me just, there's a straggly one there. You look at that one. Really, but you compare it to these, you know, compare it to that, which is the smallest? I would say that's the smallest one here. Let me just get the bottom off the fingers, and then you compare it to that one. So it's for long carrots, don't do vermiculite. It's just a little try, you know, no, leave them to grow. You know, the idea is it'll be beginning of August when I need to pull them. So what's that? Beginning of June. So we've got 2 months, so 60 days left. I think that's about us. So I think we'll just head back in so I don't get wet and wrap up. Right, folks. I'll just put that so you can see outside far better than anything else. Right. Okay, folks. As I say, it's been 2 weeks. I've just been. The thing is about it is sometimes I don't have the time. I just need to get a job done quickly, and I don't have time to afterwards. You know, I might only have half an hour, and that's to get a job done. And if I don't have time then I do a little video about it, then I forget about it, and then I realise after a while. So there you go, folks. That's the update from My Veg Garden. As I say, today's Sunday the 31st of May, last day in May. Tomorrow get into June, so hopefully the weather might start to improve, because some days have been really nice, but then the next day it's just dull as anything. As we would say in Scotland, dank. It's a dank day. It's really difficult, you know, to try and keep plants growing when, you know, and getting the germination going well when the weather is so flips from one to the other so quickly, rather than a sort of a few weeks of nice weather and a few weeks of bad weather. So that's just the way it is. Right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Thanks as ever for any comments that you've left. I've not really been on YouTube in the last 2 weeks. I think it's only been a quick, if something's popped up on my phone when I've been not doing something and I've went, oh right, that person's done that. So if I haven't watched a video or I haven't commented or anything like that, it's nothing personal. That it just, time just seems to, some days just seems to fly away. So there we go, folks. That's it. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Look forward to my next video. It might be next week, it might be the week after, just depends on work. I know that I've got several weeks where I'm going to be really busy with work, and I know I'm going to be away on several days each week with work as well. So really, it's just trying to fit everything in, because generally, if I haven't been at home, then I've got to sort things when I get back home that need done, rather than just doing a video while gardening. So right, folks, I've prattled on enough. Thanks very much for watching, folks. As I say, comment, subscribe, like, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right. You know, if I'm doing something you think, oh, you'd get better results trying this, then please do, because I do actually enjoy when people suggest things. So thanks very much for watching, folks, and I'll catch you in my next video. And have a really good week, folks. Bye just now.